Hi, my name's Clare from Conscious Chemo, and I wanted to talk to you today about feeling your way. So I'm sure you remember the Grease song, Feel Your Way, you better shape up. So I'm on the journey of learning to try, and it's very challenging, to try and drop thinking and overthoughts and thinking too much and instead come from a place of feeling. Feel your way. And I really feel that I've been able to do that throughout this cancer diagnosis and healing journey more than I have through other life curveballs that I've been sent, and I've had quite a few. And when you come from a place of feeling, then nothing else really matters, because if you're feeling okay in the moment, then everything else falls away. So we can hang on to words. I mean, cancer's a very loaded word right there in itself. We can hang on to reading all of the side effects that we get given before we have any treatment. We can hang on to the 5-year and 10-year plans of what the percentage is that we're going, our survival chances are. We can hang on to stories that we're reading of other people that are saying how awful their chemotherapy experience was, how sick they felt. We can hang on to all these things and let our mind race and have fear around it, understandably, lots of apprehension, worry, stress, anxiety, depression. Or we can stop, pause, sit down, close our eyes, and ask ourselves, how do I feel in this moment? And often you'll feel fine. Now that might not be the case for everybody, and if it isn't, I feel lots of compassion around that. But for most of us, it's the words in our head that create the stress response, that instigates our sympathetic nervous system, that increases the chances of anxiety, and then our mind races away and creates stories, and we predict the future and how awful it's going to be and how unfair everything is, and we feel really bad. But if we let all that fall away and just say, how do I feel right now in this moment? Often we feel all right. And so that's where I've been coming from throughout my journey, is first of all taking inspired action to increase my chances of feeling as well and as healthy as possible. And then how do I feel, and letting that be a guide rather than the list of side effects and the 5-year projections. So once you let all that fall away and just think about how you feel and use that as your anchor and your compass for where you're at, it can really put you into a much more positive mindset and a mindset of well-being. And I can honestly say I've felt really well in myself throughout this entire journey, apart from I came off centre, through the first month when I was having the initial test. But from the start of my high dose chemo, I've been pretty much on centre throughout, and I've had a feeling of well-being. So even when I've noticed and observed that I'm tired, so I go to bed and rest, I'm feeling well within that. I'm not, feeling beating myself up that I should be doing something else, or thinking I'm wasting time, or feeling sorry for myself that I'm not able to do other things. I've met myself where I'm at, accepted that this is part of the course, rested and felt good within myself for listening to my body and resting. So you can always have a different way of looking at the same thing, and one can create a sense of well-being, and it can feel empowering to listen to your body and respond and accept and rest. Rest and is nutrition. When you rest, your body can heal. Sleep is nutrition. So let's not underestimate the value of rest and sleep, and feel good about that. Feel good about taking some time out, giving yourself permission not to have to do all the time. So cultivating feelings of well-being, and knowing that you can feel well-being in most situations. Of course, there's going to be moments when you come off that centre, you notice that, you take some inspired action, and you come back to centre when you can. So trying to drop the thoughts, the overthinking, the running away, and come back to how do I feel, tuning into how do you feel and exploring that. And if you're off balance, what can you do to bring you back to balance with love and kindness, and compassion to yourselves, and just knowing that it's okay and normal to come off center, but then you very gently and kindly bring yourself back to a sense of well-being. So I hope this has helped. I think, no matter what situation we're in, we can improve the way we feel by improving the way we think, and our thoughts and our sense of well-being are inextricably linked. And that's why meditation and yoga practices are so beneficial. So thank you so much for listening and being here. I hope it's helped in some way. Wishing you all the very best on your healing journeys. Take care. Claire from Conscious Chemo.